Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, exploring the issues affecting all of our lives. I'm your host, Austin Harris. The Dalai Lama once wrote that it's not enough to be compassionate, we must act. Well, on today's episode, we explore the subject of community volunteerism with someone who has dedicated their entire life to giving back to a community, one person at a time. With us in studios to help better understand the heart of a volunteer and what drives the person to give of their time and effort to benefit people, it is my pleasure to introduce my friend, Mr. John Edward Ebanks. Mr. John, good afternoon, good day, good evening.
Good morning.
Good morning still. Pleasure to have you with us in studios. It's a great honor. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And of course, what started you down the road of volunteering and giving of your time to others? Where did you learn this trait that would follow you for the rest of your life?
Well, Austin, that's a multifold question.
Yes.
But when I was very young, at the age of 13, I think it was, both my parents were sick. The father was sick in New Orleans Hospital. My mother was sick in Jamaica Hospital, and she went by boat, and it took months before we got back home. Yeah. There was 6 of us. I was the eldest, and I was 5 siblings behind me, and I became big brother, mom, dad, everything. Yeah. By natural causes, because they was expecting me to do things that my mom and dad would have done. I was the biggest, the eldest in the house, and the rest of my siblings, the 3 sisters, 2 brothers, and my role model was my grandmother. Okay. Rena Cranston. You might have heard that Cranston name. That was my grandmother. Okay. And she would, also my mom, they would always give us so much of their time and values to other people surrounding the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I remember giving braid kind, we call it, to fishermen, and they would give me back fish. Right. And that horn behind you, would blow on the sea when they come ashore, and then I let you know they were back. Yes, sir. And then I would just, no money, just exchange of food stuff. Right. And it was a good way of living. Indeed. If I had to go back there, I would.
All right. You were very recently awarded at the Heroes Day 2023 celebration for your lifetime achievements in volunteer work, specifically in your role as an active member of the Lions Club, which you still remain to be today. Tell us about your journey as a Lion, perhaps starting with when you first became a member.
For 50 years now, mm-hmm. I've been doing volunteerism work. And when I became a Lion, it was I had spent already 7.5 years at sea, mm-hmm. As a seaman. I left in 1959 at the age of 15 plus.
Wow.
I spent my 16th birthday in Yokohama, Japan, going to bring on a ship.
You grew up fast.
I grew up really fast. And all adulthood was around me in which way I joined.
Yes. Yeah.
From 15 on up.
Sure, indeed.
So I had full support, mm-hmm. and I look up to many, many, many people, many men especially, and as role models and guiding me through life.
Yes, indeed.
And I thank them today for that.
Absolutely. As a Lion, what were some of your more fulfilling memories, maybe of some of the projects that you helped create that may very well still be practiced and supported today?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and building one of them was then building the Lions clinic
Yes.
because I had a eye problem way back, and that means I meant a lot to me.
Hmm.
Now, as you notice, I got a pair of glasses, but I hardly wear them,
Right. Right.
and I had operations on my both eyes. And the pool is another project.
Yes.
And we hustle and bustle for
Yeah.
spend minutes, Saturdays and Sundays, because we had to work during the week,
Of course.
weekdays, and to get that through and get it passed. Originally, that was supposed to be at the Lion Center, but we had no means of manning it
Right.
or getting the kids from the schools to the pool.
Yes.
So we asked government of the day at that time to give us permission to build a pool at the behind the government school where it is at now, behind
Right.
the John Gray High School.
Right.
And thank God for that. And it's still there. And we are now producing Olympians out of there.
We are. We are
Certainly.
making world records as
What?
of late. Indeed.
Believe it.
Absolutely. And again, it all started from the ability of our young Caymanians to,
Exactly.
compete at an Olympic level pool, which was brought by the Lions Club.
Yes. Thank God for the likes of Mr. Jimmy Powell and Dennis Tibbetts and all those, Mr. Niels Godfrey and a bunch of those construction guys.
Yes.
They were major construction people that were in the club,
Absolutely.
and they did very well.
Yes. And again, their
Made
contribution
us
stood the
proud.
test of time.
And last but not least, my Lion Center.
Yes.
When I realized the volume of seating there and everything else, I said, well, this can hold the island.
Yes.
At that point, when we started that.
Yes.
And today is used for mostly anything.
Yes.
But it was designed and built for the community.
Right.
I remember I couldn't get a bank loan because my signature was on the mortgage for that.
Really?
No, the bank wouldn't lend me no money.
Wow.
Until that was paid off, and then I got loaned to build my own house.
Look at that. Again, even in life, you're still obviously giving to others before you can
Yes,
reap
before I
some
do
of your own
myself.
benefits.
Yep.
Indeed. I say a lifetime member of the Lions Club because you haven't retired from the Lions, nor have you retired from volunteerism. Is that right?
Any man that sticketh his hand to the plow and look back ain't fit for the kingdom of God. And that's how I am with Lions.
All
Or
right.
anything that I do.
Yes. Yes.
It is it's beneficial to me. Very.
Right.
It has made a different person, a different human being than I were and thought that I would be at the end of the day. It showed me different values of life. And it taught me very well. And I'm proud of that.
Indeed. What does volunteerism mean to you, John Edward?
Seeing the looks and the appreciation on the people's face that you help
Yeah.
in volunteering. When you give them something, to me that's payback. That's payback time. Look at the face of the person and they're thanking you for it sincerely. You know it's coming from the heart.
Yes.
You know it's just not say thank you and bye.
Yes.
Come again tomorrow or something. It is something that wants to talk to you, and that's what I learned in Lionism. You cannot visit somebody and go there for 2 minutes and expect to leave in 2 minutes.
Right. Of course not.
It goes deeper than that.
Quite right.
It goes. Sometimes you get to go through your family tree to find out who you are,
Right. Indeed.
but they know who was there before,
Yes. Yes.
and that's payback to me. That's payback to me. I love that.
Have you learned any lessons, whether it be about life, your own life, or life in general, from the act of volunteering and doing for others?
Yes, it's let me put it this way. It's a sense of gratitude that I receive in giving people and doing good for others. It's also it adds value to your life,
Yes.
especially, and with the hopes that someday your kids will come up and receive, not so much me, my kids, that they will get the same attention in life as they go on. I'm just paving the way for others to come.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be my own. It could be anybody. I want to be a role model for somebody someday.
Yes. Yes. In your own words, and certainly in your own opinion, how would you say volunteerism benefits the local community?
Well, this is a huge one too.
Yeah.
First of all, you do good for others. They need it the most.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that. My grandmother always said that you do good for others, good come back to you. You do evil, that too shall come back to you. I never forget that.
Today they call it karma.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And just by doing good, always add good things to your life. Like, it's good with no regrets. When you do good, you have no regrets. You feel a sense of responsibility, and you also feel as if I wish I could do more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's limitless. You can do only so much.
Yeah.
But put yourself in a position where you do that little. Every day of my life, Austin, I do a good deed, 1 or 2 or 3, or probably 4. A good deed for someone every day of my life.
Yes. Yes.
I found myself in a position where it automatically happens.
Right.
I was just telling this young man, somebody asked me for loan him some money to go look for their mother. She was sick. I told him today he could get it.
Mm-hmm.
He called me back this morning and said not to bother. She passed away last night. But I was there within 24 hours. I was ready for it.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
And that came from where?
Yeah, yeah.
The heart.
The heart, absolutely.
You have to have a good heart.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. What advice or encouragement would you give to the young people, the next generation, to encourage them to get more involved in volunteering, whether at the organized level or, you know, as you often do every day, at the individual level?
Austin, I forgot something here that I wanted to mention before I answer that one.
Sure.
It was such a large question that I had these things traveling in my mind, and I just picked up on it again. First of all, when you're doing volunteerism and the benefit to local communities or your local community, it helps the community to develop a good social life living style.
Mm.
And the standards are developed, better standards. Makes us better people. And it helps the government and maintain a better lifestyle for the less fortunate, financially and physically. I wanted to throw that in because we can't expect government to do everything.
Quite right.
And we as service organizations must pick up some slack. And I'm grateful for that privilege that I've been in a position where I can also ease it through by helping what I can, where I can, and however I can.
Yes.
Now to answer your other question was right back to you.
Yeah.
I would beg the younger generation, please get involved. This world needs all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Hands-on projects will make you a better person. Get involved, touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only by picking up the phone and making that phone call, that does not cure the problem. Because when you approach it with hands-on, then you realize that there's more to it than you thought of. You find more, like knocking down an old house and trying to refurbish it.
Yeah.
You might as well have knocked the whole thing down.
Yeah.
I remember these things changes your whole life as you go along. The better things you do in life, it changes your life too, your lifestyle. I remember reading a quote from Mother Teresa, and I give that much thought daily. She said, give until it hurts, and if you're not hurting, you're not giving enough.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Indeed.
Always be kind to others. They need it the most. Payback is always on the faces of those that you help. Please pay attention. It's from their heart.
Wise words. Words.
You have to pay attention. You might notice it at first, but it's there.
Yes, sir.
Payback is there.
Indeed, sir.
Inspiration comes from within yourself. And one has to be positive. And when you are positive, good things come to you naturally. Commitment, willpower, only you can supply. Be blessed.
Indeed, sir.
Have a good day.
And to you also, Brother John. I want to thank you again for being our guest. I want to thank you and congratulate you for your lifetime achievements, in particular, again, the award you recently received at the Heroes Day celebration for your giving back to the local community. And on behalf of our audiences, I want to thank you for being our guest here on Let's Talk.
Anytime.
Fantastic, sir. And as always, to our audiences, we hope you too have enjoyed today's episode as much as we have. If you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Please tune in every Sunday at 2 p.m. for another episode of Let's Talk, exploring the issues affecting all of our lives. I'm your host, Austin Harris. Until next time.